LUMA's a projection arts festival. We specialize in projection mapping, and what that is radically altering the appearance, creating special effects on buildings. We can make them collapse, we can make them come back to life, we can turn them into monsters. It's creating the illusion that a building has come alive and transformed into something else.
So LUMA, some people think it's an acronym, so it's actually a play on the word lumen, which is the measure of light intensity. If you get a projector, it's measured in lumens. The simplest way of saying it is you become basically digital architects. You know, an architect designs a building, the building is built, and now it's a testament of the time it came from. Projection mapping is using projectors and digital animation that's made just for that architecture by taking a 3D scan of that building and animators creating an animation around that scale model of the building and reprojecting it on the building. You essentially become digital architects. You can reinvent that surface. It becomes a malleable canvas that can be sculpted.
When we first started talking about doing a projection mapping festival, I went online. You know, I'm kind of an online geek, and I love learning new skills online, watching YouTube videos, things like that. And I started searching, like, how do you projection map? And there's not really that much out there. So I called Tice up and I was like, I don't know if we're gonna figure out how to do this by like going online. And he's like, that's awesome. And I was like, why? He's like, because once you figure it out, no one else will be able to. And I brought home some projectors from the office job I was working at the time, and we actually just projected on my kitchen cabinets. And we started experimenting and figuring out how to match the image that was on the screen with the image on my kitchen cabinets, and how could we do it? Should we work in 3D software? Should we work in 2D software? What kind of software can we use?
So we pitched the idea, and eventually, you know, they decided, let's give this a go, let's see what'll happen. We sent out the event, we figured out how to do things. And that's what's special about LUMA is, we didn't bring in another company from out of the area. We took people, local community members that are working in tech fields, IT, etc. We trained them on something we haven't even trained ourselves on yet. We figured this out and we made it work.
One of the things that really strikes me about LUMA is when people from outside the area come to see it, they're truly blown away by the quality of it. And I think we live in this culture right now where if something happens on the coast or if something happens in Chicago, people find out about it. Well, when people come to LUMA, they go, I didn't hear about this. They're shocked that in this media culture there could be something this cool that you've never heard of. And the reason for that is in Binghamton I'm watching stories about New York City and I'm watching stories about LA. There's amazing things happening in small town America that you will never hear about. And we like to think this is one of the best.